The US Centers for Disease Control has just lifted the no-sail order in the US, which has been in place since the 10th of March this year. But don't rush to the cruise terminal just yet. I'm Adrian, the Cruise and Travel Guy, and as always, a special thanks to my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. The CDC had previously extended its no-sail order until 31st of October, and recently there were reports that they wanted to extend that into February 2021. However, with some intervention from the US government, that order has been lifted, and from the 1st of November, it's no longer in place. Although the no-sail order is lifted, there are still a few hurdles that cruise lines need to jump through before they can hit the seas with passengers. The CDC have created a framework which allows for cruise lines to pursue a phased resumption of cruise ship passenger operations. Cruise lines will need to meet set requirements in order to gain recertification to enable them to restart passenger services. Among other things, the CDC will require cruise lines to offer onboard COVID-19 testing and safeguards applicable to both crew members and passengers. We have already seen from other cruise lines like MSC, Costa and Royal Caribbean that social distancing, masks, reduced passenger numbers and potentially reduced port stops and potentially no port stops are all part of the mix of what will allow cruising to restart. The CDC will also mandate simulated voyages in order to test the ability of a cruise line to mitigate the risk of COVID-19 on board. Many cruise lines had already cancelled the remainder of their 2020 voyages, so it remains to be seen how they respond to this news development. In Singapore, Royal Caribbean are recommencing cruising from December 1 with Quantum of the Seas. They have a very specific plan to mitigate the risk of bringing the virus on board, and this gives us a pretty succinct idea of what cruising will look like in the early days. You can watch a video I made about that by clicking the card in the corner or the link in the description below. So what does this mean for Australian cruising? Well, if anything, I believe that it gives our government authorities a better understanding of what cruising can look like and how it can operate safely. Using guidelines and safeguards established overseas will definitely help our governments to decide on how best to manage the cruising industry going forward. And it's definitely something that needs to restart very soon. This news is definitely a giant positive step for the industry as a whole, and I believe it will have far-reaching effects across the globe as the world continues to recognize the importance of cruising and the travel industry and works out how to do it in a safe manner. Well, what do you think about this news? Let me know in the comments below. I know many of you are very excited to get back out there on the high seas, and some of you are a little bit more cautious, and I totally understand both camps. I'm quite excited by the development, and I hope that it means that things start to resume and get back to a place, maybe not exactly where they were, but maybe some of the way, at least at the beginning. So thanks for watching as always. If you haven't subscribed, please do. If you are looking at organizing a trip, you can head to my website, thecruiseandtravelguy.com.au, and you can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram at thecruiseandtravelguy. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. We have already seen from other cruise lines like MSC, Costa and Royal Caribbean that cruising in the future will look like, damn it. It allows our government authorities to view. So what does this mean for Australian cruising? Well, if anything, I believe that it gives our government authorities